The James Webb Telescope has been operating in space since Christmas last year. And on March 16th, NASA reports that the first ever in-focus, high-resolution infrared image from the telescope is surpassing every expectation. Welcome to Science Today, where we present to you the latest news and research within science and technology. On today's episode, we are getting into the latest space news, where the first ever in-focus, high-resolution infrared image from the James Webb Space Telescope has been released by NASA. There have been a lot of advances in space technology lately, and this is a major step in this ongoing saga. The telescope, which orbits around the L2 Lagrange point beyond Earth's moon, is now fully aligned. And the scientists call the first picture the highest resolution infrared image ever taken from space. The James Webb team has said that the telescope is already exceeding every expectation they had and is performing better than computer models predicted that it would. This resulting in higher resolution and better waveform quality. This first image shows the star that James Webb has been watching for the past month. First, we saw it represented by 18 random blobs because of the misalignment of the gold-plated hexagon mirror tiles. Then the 18 points were arranged to their corresponding mirror segments and brought into focus. Using a technique called image stacking, they tilt the mirrors so that it falls on top of each other at a common point in the middle of the detector. This concentrates all the light to a single place. The physical tiles are still operating as 18 separate telescopes at this point and are now pointed at the infrared camera. The next phase is to adjust every tile using a piston mechanism to move it up and down until the segments come together in creating one monolithic primary mirror. The final phasing is the last bit of alignment that brings the telescope to peak performance, focused together as finely as the laws of physics allow. When we look at the new image, you can already see lots and lots of galaxies and clouds in the background. Who can imagine what other crazy stuff we might see in the future? These first images provided by James Webb are more than just a confirmation that the telescope is operating correctly. The telescope is more than 100 times more sensitive than Hubble and is already capturing galaxies far more distant than any we have before. This is going to be the future from now on. Wherever we look, it's a deep field. Without even really breaking a sweat, we're seeing back in time to galaxies that were seeing the light as it looked billions of years ago, says astrophysicist Jane Rigby. And the adventure has just begun. Only one out of the 4 instruments that is on board is currently operational. We must wait to June or July to see what the James Webb is fully capable of. These images will allow us to look back in time to capture galaxies from the early days of our universe, only a few 100 million years after the Big Bang, potentially transforming our understanding of galaxy formation and evolution. In the near future, we will be able to take spectroscopy of different worlds as they pass in front of their stars, and hopefully confirm the existence of water beyond Earth. Now that the telescope is fully aligned, the next decade will be full of incredible discoveries. Leave us a comment on what you think the James Webb will discover. Is there life on other planets, or are we simply alone in the universe? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest science updates.